First I rise, give all praise due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Lord of all the boundless worlds and universes, and like to give high honors to his heavenly hosts, all the angelic beings that surround the Kursi and divine beings, Elohim, and like to give high honors to all his holy and divine prophets from A to Z. I'd like to get honors to all of you. Where it's due for tuning in. This is our new Moorish Museum space. You know what I mean? Come up on in here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We up here just maintaining excellence al-ada as usual. You know what I mean? And it's the 12th today?
11.
It's the 11th.
It's Chinese.
That's
Lunar New Year's Eve.
yeah. So days, degrees, knowledge, all being born of wisdom, knowledge is peace. That's two number ones. That's a master number. You feel me? So check us out here around, the empty space for where we're going to do our classes and our museum work. We got a lot of relics. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Moorish relics to place up from Holy and Divine Prophet, Noble Drew Ali, Moorish Science Temple of America, all the sundry free Moors across these shores. Feel free to send in your relics and your documents and anything you have historical of relevancy. We have even some Moorish currency and stuff from the Moors around the empire, and we'll place all these things here, inshallah, in our space to, as you can see, these tile floors and everything, and yeah, get it in, get a little something. So we jazz it up. Shouts out, honors to everybody, the Bay Band Family Trust, the Unami Moors, Sundry Free Moors, Great Seal Moors, Moorish Americans from all walks of life, from the Murakush Society, Canaanland Moors, from the land of flowers. And, this is what we're doing it, because it's been a journey. If you don't know, we've had some of the best experiences with arts and humanities. I got my doctorate from humanities from Anointed by God Ministries. So high honors to the Prince Bishop Alfred L. Phillips out of New York Empire, Babylon District, and my empress, my consort, Dr. Poetica Bay. She also got her doctorate a few years ago in 2019, Anointed by God Ministries. You know what I'm saying? If you're just tuning in, we here live. This is your favorite magistrate. You know what I mean? Your favorite Magi, Chaplain, Sufi. Ill. Everybody, you know what I mean? Hi, how you doing? I'm here with Baba Noel, aka Noble Seafood Christopher Jackson Bay. You know what I'm saying? And he's here with me to help, curate a lot of the museum works that we're going to have to put up. And if you can give them an idea of some of the museum works when we usually dress our temple areas and what kind of relics that they can expect to see when they come here, and artifacts or documents, and what are important things
Any pictures, like what we will call pictographs, or if you're Greek, hieroglyphs.
Yeah.
We want to have lots of pictures, displays of certain things over here, as well as pictures. During certain holiday seasons, we'll do holiday themed things, from Moorish Christmas to Moorish New Year's, Moorish Independence Day, all of that. We'll have pictures of all the prophets, reincarnated prophets, all the past prophets. We'll have line genealogies of folks in the temple and different sheikhs and muftis and all of that here. So therefore people can get an understanding of what culture, because nationality means you sharing a cultural experience. All of people like thinking and speaking like one, regardless if you're in the empire, great city. We all have a whole Moorish culture that has to be shown, just like anybody shows the parts of our culture in museums. We should have one. Even the Masons have them. Isn't that funny? The Masons have a museum. They call the jesters. The jesters are what? They
They say that they are, even though a fund side degree, they do what? They are
They
underneath a
have their
501c. They are 501c10, which is known as a museum. Some are known as a 501c8 foundation, but those in particular, the jesters who are side degree of the Shriners, who are side degree regular masonry, a fund degree, they're known as what? They have a museum of masonry. Right? Anybody can normally can't even know they actually do a little stuff and like this. Like how we do our stuff, but that's how they raise a lot of their funds, and they host a whole bunch of events, and then we can donate a lot of those funds to a lot of things that can go throughout the nation and the empire wide. That's the whole point of having this, and we want to get it up together. We want to get it up together.
So, the idea that for this museum has come about over the years when we started the Moor Tour, Return to the Mound. If you don't know, maybe it's your first time hearing about it, but we had an official Moor Tour, a tour where we took participants from all over the country. People came from California and everything. Wallahi, Brother Sabir Bey got off the plane and everything, came straight to the Moor Tour.
Yep.
So it was very distinguished Moors and nobles in attendance over the 2-year period that we had it. And we, meaning the Moorish International Mission. And
Right.
that was with Dr. Poetica Bey and myself serving as consultants for the Philadelphia Museum of Art. And we served as consultants, y'all, for that huge so-called Rocky Stairs, the museum, that whole nine, and we served as consultants because they made up a group called the Sovereignty Working Group, believe it or not. And so we consulted the art museum on how indigenous people, original people, how they use their art as a part of their sustainable culture over the decades, over the millennium, or maybe over the centuries, really, that Albions and other foreign nationals have been colonializing northwestern Mexico, aka North America. So a part of our arts and culture campaign called the Moor Tour, we would walk people, meet up at the Moorish flag on the so-called Parkway,
On 23rd and Benjamin
on the
Franklin
so-called
Parkway.
23rd and 22nd Parkway, and we would walk all the way up onto the mound. The mound meaning the site where the Philadelphia Museum of Art is sitting on. If you kind of like zoom back or you're navigating and you haven't quite reached the museum, you'll notice it's like a step pyramid. So we have the blueprints, and we made a claim on that. So with that 2-year experience where we took people into the museum, around the mound, into the museum, and then we had lectures in front of the famous Moorish chief painting. And y'all might know the famous Moorish chief painting, the one with the all white, with the Moorish side.
And he's all garbed up, yep.
He all garbed up. So that's actually a Philadelphia painting, and it's in Philadelphia Museum of Art. And so honors the curator, creator, Dr. Poetica Bey, and myself, representing the Unami Moors, meaning the local Moors of the Lenape, the El Lenape Hakim, as we properly pronounce it in Arabia, all right, the El Lenape Hakim, and the El Lenape instead of the Lenape. So the Unami Moors, meaning what? The Unami Moors were the governing Turtle Clan tribal branch of the El Lenape Hakim of the Lenape, out of so-called Delaware territory, Philadelphia, so-called New Jerusalem, on up to New York. So during that time, this is where we got an idea to have a space for a museum, because we work with the art museums. Dr. Poetica Bey has worked with the Brooklyn Children's Museum and all kinds of museums over the years. And so we realized as Moors, we needed to have a space of our own, because what we did after 2018, Sifu, we actually did a mobile museum for quite a while. So we would pop up at places with the artifacts, with the paintings, with the music, with the divine constitution bylaws and everything that was Moorish from antiquity on up to now, enshrined and encased in travel modules. So we did a lot of that since 2018 CE, but now we're happy to be in a space here in South Sheikh of Mexum, down in Medina, you know what I mean? We're here in South Sheikh of Mexum just doing it up, you know what I mean? So That's what it is. I mean, so if you got relics, if you have relics, if you have, you know what I'm saying, Moorish coins, if you have anything, relics from the old world, and from, you know, all our Timerian and Tartarian times, then, you know, please submit it to the museum. High honors to the New Africa Center, which is the only Islamic museum currently in so-called Philadelphia district. But this is Moorish, meaning that it's dealing with the Moorish bloodline. And whatever faith or religion that the Moors are, that's still a secondary issue as far as, you know, on the front of our nationality card, the prophet put the Moors in North America honor Jesus. The Moors are coming from all those traditions, from all those what? Prophets who represent a house, who represent a whole, you know, jurisdiction. They're a prophet and it has a law book, which is a holy book, which is a prescription because they're metaphysicians. So we will put up some of the prophets' literature and put up some Holy Quran and honors to all of y'all. You know, anything else you had to say, Sifu, about our museum coming up?
Well, I would encourage people to join or even bring stuff in, as well as come during even different holiday seasons. We want to make sure everything's themed. Everybody's going to have everything they want to see and need. This is an important thing. Why? Because we can raise funds and donate funds for particular folks who want to raise funds for a particular thing for anybody. It's not just about me or him. It's about all of us. So let's be in one thought about all of us. Can we not do that? I think I believe, and I know. Matter of fact, no, I'm in fruition. That's where I'm at. I'm in fruition. We can do this. Can we do this? Can we be in fruition all? I hope so. Let's demonstrate so.